Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to make the beautiful trendy dress. It's a short dress, the dress that is on the thumbnail. That is what we are recreating today. Here I have this crepe fabric to recreate the style. So if that is what you would like to learn today, please make sure you watch till the end. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Like the video, drop a comment if you have any question. Please ask in the comment section. So now let's start placing measurements on the fabric. So if you look at this dress, you see that the front is an halter neck. Is a halter neck in the front, while the back is an off-shoulder style. This is what the back looks like. So we are doing two different kinds of necklines for both the front and the back. And also you can see that there is like a curve, a basque waistline there. So let's start placing measurements and I'll show you how to achieve all of that. I'll start by marking the important lines. So from shoulder to 8 inches is my round armhole. My bust point is 10 inches. My waist measurement, my waistline is 16 inches. And the full length of this upper part is 25 inches. 25 is the actual length, plus half an inch sewing allowance, making 25.5 inches. So I'll mark all these lines and draw it out. So here is a zipper allowance of 1 inch, the round armhole measurement, the bust point, the waist measurement, and here the last line here is the full length of the upper part. So I'll place the shoulder measurement. I'm working with a shoulder measurement of 14 inches divided by 2 is 7 inches. And I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So I'll measure the same 7 inches here. So I'll place the bust measurement here. The bust measurement I'm working with is 37 inches divided by 4 is 9 1/4 plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making 10 1/4. I'll come here on the waistline and place my waist measurement. I'm working with a waist measurement of 30 inches divided by 4 is 7.5. 7.5 plus 1, that's 8.5. So I'll measure 3 inches from the waistline. So the measurement I'll be placing here is not the waist measurement. You can't place this same measurement you place here on this point. It's going to be the measurement of your lower waistline. This is our high waistline. The lower waistline, I'll be placing the measurement here. So what I measured on my body is 33 inches divided by 4 is 8.25 plus 1 inch, making 9.25. So this is 9.25. And what I'll do next is to curve from here to this measurement here. So you can use your ruler and just create like a sharp slant here, or you can decide to like curve it. Totally up to you. If you want to curve it to come this way, but if you want it to be sharp, just straight down to here. So every other measurement that I've placed on this fabric, I've added sewing allowance except for this. So what I'll do is to add quarter of an inch to it, so that by the time I attach it to the gather, I will be sewing on this line. So I'll add quarter of an inch down to this point. Okay. It's an halter neckline, but let me place the neckline measurements, and from there we can derive the halter neck. So I'll place 3 inches here, and then I'll connect my slope to that. The midpoint of this armhole is 3.5, coming by 1 inch here. To the armhole. So this is the front armhole. To create this halter neck, I will still do like our normal 3 inches neck depth. So this is 3 inches here, but instead of curving what I'll just use to connect these 3 inches direct from the middle, the midpoint of the front piece. I'll connect it to this armhole here to here. Can you see? Here to here. This is the midpoint of the front piece. 3 inches from the shoulder point. I'll connect it to this, like this. So for the back piece, I'm going to measure 1 inch from the bust point here. For the back, 1 inch from the bust point here, and then I'll just slant it this way, connect it to the neckline. That is what I will do after cutting out this front piece. So I'll make sure that whatever thing you're doing, that this armhole matches with what you have at the back. So this point, mark it at the back. So I'll cut this out, or when I get to the upper part, I'll cut out only the front part, only the front piece. So I forgot to connect the bust to the waist, upper waistline and the lower waistline. So I'll connect that quickly before cutting out. So that is it. So to make sure that it's on the same spot, this is it here, and this is where I'm going to be connecting it to. Now I can unpin it. I will slit the zipper. So this is the front piece. The front piece. And this is the back piece. So what I'll do now is to cut out facings for both the front and the back using the leftover fabric. So the reason why I'm cutting the facing is to use it to finish the armhole and the necklines, to just make it neater. You can also choose to cut bias using the same fabric and use the bias to finish the sides, the armhole and the neckline. It's totally up to you. So but I'll be cutting facing. So to get this strap that serves as a sleeve, can you see the strap that went from the front to the back? It is the same strap that went from the front to the back. So I measured that on my body and it is 32 inches. I'll be cutting a strap of 32 inches by 1.5. So this is a fabric by 32 inches. So what I'm going to do is to sew it down with 1/4 inch, just sew it, after which I'll turn it out. And then for this bit right here, as you can see, it's about 2 inches. So the fabric that I have here is 2 inches. No, the fabric I have here is 5 inches because you're not going to hem it. You can actually hem it if you want, but I want to double it. I'll double it like this. So what I have here is 2.5 inches. I'll be using half inch to attach it to the dress. 2.5 inches. So I'll use half inch and the length will be 2 inches. So this is supposed to be pleated to the upper part of the dress, to the neckline, like this.